Hey guys, welcome back. So, Shyla recently exposed her lawyer, who is married, for something he said to her. So, Shyla took to social media, posted these images, and then posted a video and said, I forgot my wallet, so my lawyer got me some gas and then told me he would marry me if he were younger. He's married. Men are disappointing/weird regardless of occupation. Now, Shyla didn't say much more regarding the lawyer after posting that, so I'm assuming she was trying to prove a point and get that out there. But now moving on, Shyla also recently shared a little story time on how she almost didn't get back into the country after vacationing. So for those of you who are interested on what she had to say, then just keep watching.
I need to tell you how I almost did not get back in the country. I swear to God, I swear I filmed videos talking about like my top 3 worst travel experiences. Hold on. My top 3 worst travel experiences, and like the top one being that truly I thought the plane was like, we as the passengers thought the plane was being like overtaken, or we were all going to be unalived. And so I kind of felt weird about posting that whilst being like in the midst of travel. Like, have you ever seen something eerie and people are like, or even like, artists will be like, oh, like, I hope I die when I'm 27. You're like, why would you say? Even one of the Weeknd's new songs, he's like, I hope I die when I'm at my peak. And I'm like, when that part come on, I'm like, why would you say that? I don't even hum it, okay? But anyway, so I just kind of felt weird about posting that. Let me tell you, this is gonna be the fourth one. If I ever upload those 3, this will be the fourth one. I almost did not get back in the country. Okay, so let me tell you something. I got the backstory that you need to know is that I got my passport a long time ago. Like, either I was like 19 or 20, okay? And that was a time like TikTok wasn't around. TikTok wasn't around, like, things were way different. And in my passport photo, let me just explain, I look way different. Not only because I'm older, but also I had platinum blonde. Why did I ever think platinum blonde would ever look good on me? I do not know. Platinum blonde hair. In this specific photo, I'm wearing a bright school bus yellow hoodie, purple fuchsia eyeshadow, full lash, with my hair platinum and curly. Just a complete, and then like thick 2016 brows and really no other like face makeup, okay? Like, why I wore that to get my passport photos, no idea. Like, I couldn't tell you why, right? Not only that, when I went to go get my passport photos, for whatever reason, I didn't know about, like, you could do it at CVS and stuff like that, right? So I went to the passport place, the agency, whatever. And so when it was my turn, the person I was with got theirs taken on a digital camera. Cool. And a different person went to take mine, and they brought out this old ass camera. I swear to God, this camera needs to be in a museum of artifacts of ancient history. I swear to God, it was like this big. It was like a box, and I'm like, can I use that one? He's like, well, it's just, they're all the same. And I'm like, okay. So when he takes my pic, in the pic, I'm like, did you take it? Did it go? Because we didn't hear anything. There was no flash. It looks like I took this in the back of somebody's closet. I swear to God, it looks like I'm in a dark. Try to turn this off. Hold on. It looks like this with me in the back, like, and slightly blurry. Swear to God. And I wasn't able to see what it looked like because the camera was old as dirt, and literally there was not even like an option to see it after. I'm like, what the fuck? But I'm like, hey, they probably know what they're doing. I don't know. Seems legit. It's the passport agency, right? So I didn't question anything. So when my passport does arrive, however many, it's way darker. It looks weird, but I'm like, whatever. Like, why do I care what my passport looks like, right? No big deal. But every time I've traveled internationally, someone said something about my passport. Nothing crazy. The craziest thing someone said to me is when I was going to Africa, and the guy looked at the passport and looked at me and he said, so this is really your passport, huh? And I'm like, yeah, whatever that means, right? Like, I don't know. What am I supposed? Yeah, it's me. But it's a legit passport, so I'm like, why do I don't care, right? I need to get a new passport. This time they've changed the regulations. Like, something's going on. Something's going on. So let me explain. So flying back to LA, there was 2 flights, right? And we had a layover that was like an hour, maybe an hour and 10, like really nothing, right? Not a big deal. So we fly back in, and we're about to hit our layover, and our pilot announces, hey, we're running a little bit late. Like, there's a plane blocking our gate. We'll wait. And I'm like, okay, whatever, no big deal. Cool. Then he announces again, hey, by the way, everyone's going to have to go, like, get their bags from baggage claim and then recheck them in. I'm like, oh, that's not that good because, you know, I only have an hour. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. A little inconvenient, not a big deal. Then, you know, he's like, you're actually gonna have to go, like, you know, you have to go through customs when you get off. But now, since we have to get our bags to go back through security and all that, so I'm like, oh shit. Right? So we were on the plane for like an extra 20. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't want to stress about like when I can't control. If we're late, whatever. So go through customs, right? To get out, we go through customs. My boyfriend's with me. He goes first. He's in front of me. He goes first. No problem. What the hell? Did you hear that? My glass shower door is like shaking right now. I'm like, is there a ghost? But nothing else is moving, so it's not an earthquake. Sister? Okay, so my boyfriend goes through customs, whatever, no problem, whatever, right? So I try to go through. We don't even have our passports yet, right? They're just like scanning pictures of the bus, and when it comes to me, it's like red, and I'm like, and they're like, oh, come with me, ma'am, and I'm like, okay. And so my boyfriend's already through, so he's looking at me like, I'm like, I don't know. So they take me to this little cubby, and there's like a guy in front of me, right? And this guy has like a big backpack on, like traveling, whatever. And so I see him hand the person in the cubby his passport, right? And then I see them come around and take a picture of him. And I see them come and take all his fingerprints. And then another agent comes and they have a baggie and they put all his paperwork in there. And then they escort him away. And I'm like, I think I'm going to jail. I'm like, am I going to jail? I'm like, did I do something? I didn't do nothing. Like, what? So I'm like kind of tripping. And then it comes up to me. Finally, someone comes back to me. They're like, ma'am, step to the side. I'm like, okay. And they just take a picture of me. And they're like, okay, you're good to go. I'm like, okay, cool. They didn't even ask for my passport. I'm like, okay, cool. Whatever. So I have to go wait for my bag. And then things start getting weird, right? I'm starting to get anxious because I'm like, now we're kind of going to be late, right? So I go to get my bag. Never has this ever happened to me. Swear to God, my bag was in the last like 5 bags. So we're waiting there like 30 minutes. I'm thinking they probably lost my bag at this point, because everyone in our plane like left. So I'm like, okay, so we finally get my bags. What are the odds? Literally like the last 5 bags on the plane. A good 35 minutes just waiting. I'm like, okay, it's fine. Like, we probably have 20 minutes to get to our plane or less, but it's fine. So then, you know, we're baggage claim. We have to go all the way around to the front, go through, check in again, go through security, and all the other lanes are closed. Like pre-check, everything's closed. It's one lane. It's the most people I've ever seen. Probably about like 300 plus people in one line. I'm like, oh my gosh, but nothing I could do. I just hear like people on our, like, that were also on our plane, like, oh my God, we're gonna miss our plane, we're gonna miss our flight, blah, blah, blah. And like, they're just kind of like a little buzz of like panic and annoyance. But I'm like, you know, I don't want to stress about what I can't control. If I'm gonna be late, I'm gonna be late. It's fine. So I'm just like, whatever, it is what it is. And so we're waiting. And when I travel, I have like a rolly carry-on that has all my like expensive stuff, like my bags, my breakables, like jewelry, camera, blah, blah, blah. And then I have a big like tote bag purse that I put all my stuff, my snacks in. And then when I'm like in the airport and stuff, I have a fanny pack that I put on just to hold my passport, my like tickets, my phone, anything that I'm taking in and out a lot, just to have it handy and ready, right? And so I have my fanny pack on, and we're just trying to be like prepared because we're like coming up next to go through security. And so my boyfriend's in front of me, and he grabs my purse and my carry-on, and he's like, okay. So he's like, I'm gonna put it like on for you. Cool. So I had my phone out and just whatever in the moment, because we're next, I threw my phone in my big carry-on, not my fanny pack, right? Important to know. Important, right? So he scans his passport. He goes through, no problem. He's already going through security. I scan my passport. I'm like, try again. Scan my passport. I'm like, oh my God. Scan it like 3 more times. It's not working. Now the people are behind me are getting like pissed because everyone's already late. So I'm feeling anxious. I'm like, oh my God, like, ugh. Right? And they're like, the guy's like, this is weird. Like, he's getting sus. He's like, this has never happened before. So more agents are coming over. I'm like, oh my God. please, 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 get me out of this. Right, I'm getting nervous. I know my flight is gonna leave in like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh my God, I don't even see my boyfriend anymore. I'm like, where is he? Where is he? Right? And they're like, it's not working. It's not working. Do you have another form of identification? And I'm like, my ID, right? So my wallet's in my fanny pack. And so I open it and my heart drops. I realized that we went out the night before. When we went out the night before, I just took some cards out of my wallet and just put it in my like night purse. My night purse that's in my Rolly carry-on that my boyfriend has. So I'm like, the guy that already checked in has my ID. Can you? So I'm like screaming. I'm like, let me call him. I do not have my phone. I'm screaming his name. Men can hear everything, but when you're talking to them, I'm embarrassing myself. Now I'm making a scene because I'm screaming. I'm like, can you please someone over there to like get him, like blah blah, right? I'm getting like frazzled, right? So I tell them what bag, they grab the bag, right? I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, what's going on? And like, I'm like, bro, I can't even, I dig through it. I bust my shit open in the middle. I don't care. Like literally at the gate, I'm blocking everyone. They're like, ma'am, can you move over? I'm like, no, I'm gonna get it. I dig it out. I find it. I find my ID, I give my ID, they scan it, so I like make it through security, they're like, and then I hear them, hey, we got 2 bags over here that got pulled. I look, what are the odds they are both my bags? I'm like, am I not supposed to get on this plane? Now I've reached the level where it's like, okay, my bag's the last one. So I'm like, okay, it's something, like I'm getting nervous, right? I text my mom. I text my best friend. I let them know what's going on, right? They're like, oh, I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'm like trying to convince myself, like, people fly every day. It's fine. I'm like, you know what? Let me just, like, I'm going to make it back. It's going to be fine. Let me see what time I land, right? So I check my arrival time, my estimated arrival time. I'm walking to my gate still. My estimated arrival time is 11:11. I swear to God. The angel number. I'm like, I'm gonna be an angel. Like, oh my God. Like, I'm not ready to be an angel. I'm like, is the Lord trying to prepare me to let me know he's about to take me home? I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm panicking. I'm like, bro, who's had all these like setbacks? I'm like, I'm about to cry. Oh my God. Like, please, please, please. I need to make it home, my baby. Like, so I'm like panicking. I'm looking around to see if like anyone else is like panicking. Everyone else is getting weird vibes. Everyone's fine. Everyone's dandy. I'm like, oh my God, I'm texting my mom. I'm saying the prayer of all prayers. I'm like, Lord, please spare me. Please give me mercy and traveling grace. Please, 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 please. Right? I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, I need to like pass out on this plane. Like I do before. I do not want to pass away. Like I'm terrified, right? But after all those setbacks and all the crazy delays and stuff like that, I'm gonna take my ass to go get a new passport that's real, that looks real. And the flight was fine. It was great. And yeah, that's why I'm scared to travel.
So that is where Shyla ended the story. If you guys have ever had a similar experience, I would love to hear about it. So let me know down in the comments. Also, if you guys would like to see more Shyla content, let me know down in the comments so I can bring that for you guys. Or any other influencers or celebrities you guys would like for me to cover, just let me know and I got you guys. But that is all I have on this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video.